I'm in a new project which looks like this in the browser at the beginning, and in the project itself it's basically the app.view file, which is pretty empty. Just got the bootstrap container row and column set up here and an empty object which doesn't return any data yet. And well, all the other files are pretty empty as well. Just imported bootstrap here in the index HTML file. So this is what I'll start with. And the goal now is to show this simplest case of adding an element to the DOM, we learned that before, and then animating it. So let's add an element first. I will add a new, let's say, horizontal line here first, and thereafter I want to have a button with classes button and button primary to give it some styling where we can say show alert, and I want to show such a bootstrap alert, so using this CSS class the bootstrap framework offers me, which is alert, and then let's say it's an info alert, like this. This is some info. Now, if we have a look at this in the application, this is what it will look like if it's always attached. Sitting a bit too close to the button for my taste. Let me add some line breaks here. So this is what it should look like. Now, I want to show this alert conditionally, and we learned how to do that. In order to show it conditionally, I will add a new property named show, and I'll set it to false initially to not show it. And then on this alert div, I will simply add vif. I could also use vshow, that is also animatable, as you will learn. So I will use vif here, and then I will check show. And on this button, therefore, I will set a click listener or add a click listener where I simply set show to what it currently is not. So to toggle it. If it's true, it will be set to false and the other way around. Now, if we save this and have a look at this application, we can now show the alert like this. This is nice. This is what we learned before, and this is also not animated. So we should change this. And as I showed you on these slides before, we can change this by simply wrapping this div in this transition component here Vue.js offers us. This is a special component which we can use to animate anything which is between the opening and closing tag. Important here, you can only animate one element with transition. Now you can have multiple elements inside of this transition component like this, but then the conditions of these elements have to alternate. You cannot animate a list in there, let's say. You cannot animate the addition or deletion of list items. You can have multiple elements in here to transition between them, but you can only show one at a time. So doing this here will instantly give me an error in the console, as you can see, because we only may use it for a single element. And should use another element we will learn about later. You see it here later. So let me remove this. Now, as you could see, if I put it, or if I use one element, this is shown, but it's still not animated yet. So how do we animate it with this transition element?